Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Here to bring you another subject. Gonna talk about nanotech today. I know this might be like science fiction, or but usually like anything I talk about, it's something that possibly can happen in the future. There's a possibility of this being a reality because our technology is moving so fast. It's just like who knows what's going to happen within a few years. So is nanotech the future? For me, nanotech. People think you put a nanite in your body, can get rid of cancer, can fix a broken leg, can stop a cold. But I want to reference a show called Outer Limits, one of my favorite shows of all time. Outer Limits always gave you a lesson at the end. It was an episode called The New Breed. So basically, his friend. There was a scientist and his friend had like pelvic cancer, and I guess he didn't tell his girlfriend, and he was supposed to get married. He found out he got pelvic cancer, and then he found out his friend had a new scientific development that could maybe cure him. So he went on and tried it, and then after taking it, I think 2 days later, or he was cured. And then his friend, the scientist, started running tests on him and put him in a water tank. And then he was able to breathe underwater, But then the next day, you see him develop gills. Then there was a few other things. That that the nanites grew eyes in the back of his head, and he grew like some, scales over his body for protection. So all I'm trying to say is the nanites could be good and they can be bad. Obviously, you can't see a nanite. They're so small you can't even see them with the naked eye. So you would have to use a microscope. But imagine being in your body, and they probably would try to do better than the body can do. So you think, they probably think your heart's not being efficient enough, and they might replace your body with, a robot one. Or also your memory. Maybe you start losing your memory, and what does a nanite do? They replace your brain, and they store your memory for you, and they store everything. I mean, wouldn't that be scary? Or maybe your eyes. They start replacing things in eyes, so you can see thousands of miles away instead of just 20 feet in front of you. Would there be a way of stopping them from improving you? I don't know. Because I believe eventually they would try to make you better, and then essentially they would turn you into a robot. You'd eventually be all nanites. Because they probably would replicate inside your body, and they'd probably replace everything. Because I get it, the human body is something extraordinary, but I believe a nanite would believe that it can do better than the human body. Even replacing your bones, everything. So eventually you'd be a copy of yourself, and you'd just be a machine. You wouldn't even know that you just got replaced. And I don't know if you can live with that. Maybe you would live forever, obviously, but you'd be a machine. And I don't think most people would like that. And my other implication with that, with nanites, even with machines and robots, which I talked about the other day, is what if someone can hack into a nanite or machine? Because we have hackers that try to steal money from other people. And, just the other day, a coworker had a, close her credit card because she was just shopping on a random site, and some hacker got her information. So she had to close her credit card. So same thing. What if they hacked into your body and then, said, if you don't give me $10,000, I have the nanites kill you? That's a possibility that we don't see, So nanites are good and bad, and if they can, say, cure cancer and then be shut off forever after that, then that'd be great. But if they would remain in your body, I think it would be could be disastrous, because there are always people out there that are trying to exploit others and that mean harm, and they obviously, if your body is obviously made up of nanites, they can invent something, even like an electric shock that just kills all the nanites and kills you. So, and my thinking and my belief, I don't think nanites should be the future, or machines. I think, humans can rely on themselves, but again, we are moving so fast with technology that we disregard the safety, the risk. And that's how I think. I always think anytime they develop something new, there's always a risk. Obviously, you see the phones now have like nanotechnology, like probably all the phones have like nanotechnology, all computers, and so they're fitting so much information on your phone. Like they say, your phone's a computer now. On this little computer, a little tablet. Because remember back in the days, or in the past, the computers used to be like a big box. It's like a big box, and but now it's just so small, and they can fit so much information. So, anytime you think of the positives and the pros of trying to live forever or be superhuman, obviously we see in the Marvel comics they have certain characters that are made of like robots, machines, and I guess that could be a future. But in the Marvel comics, there's always bad guys. So for every good, there's something bad. And with this nanotechnology in the wrong hands, it could be disastrous. What if there's someone that just like say even someone that wants to take lives, and you try to shoot them, and they anytime you shoot them, they keep on their body just keeps on healing itself. It's so basically there's so many implications. I didn't get into everything, but the major ones is what if there's a hacker? What if someone just changes you to become something you're not? And what if the nanites just start, making you into like a superhuman, and then they change your body and they make you a machine, essentially. So it's just something to think about. And just what this podcast is about, I want you to think about the future. Because I'm really talking to you 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. So, even when I'm giving like advice, it's not talking to the present you. Sometimes it's talking to the you in the future. Because a lot of you are not gonna listen to anything I say or anything others say, but sometimes that advice is later. You'll say 5 years later, you say, "Oh yeah, I remember this guy or this girl said this, and that changed my life." So hopefully, we're learning as I go through this podcast, and we're trying to figure out, where our life's gonna go. Obviously, nothing goes in a straight path. So there's always gonna be twists and turns, and let's navigate through these twists and turns together. Anyway, thanks for coming by and checking out the channel. As always, if there's anything you do want to talk about, just leave it in the comments, or just leave a comment anyway. I like to answer comments and hear from the people. Been getting a few, but not as much. But I mean, I'm still in the beginning. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Also, don't forget to come by and check me out. I'm gonna try to post every morning, and that's the best time for me because I work. But hopefully I'll keep it going. Thank you again. Stay positive, stay blessed, and I wish you guys the best each and every day, and keep pushing. All right, thank you again. We'll see you soon. Bye.